Alright. Skylanders Trap Team. Can you 100% the game using only the villains for combat? Deep Crypt's pretty underrated. The Gulper's pretty underrated. I'm tired of, you know, I just created this one literally a minute ago. I accidentally skipped the cutscene, so I restarted the recording. So we're not gonna count this. I promise I'm not cheating. But it's alright. Yeah, we can't do nightmare mode. We're gonna have to start on hard mode, but I think, you know, it's a little difficult enough. Oh, there we go. We can go settings. Like that. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know how well my mic picks that up, but there's currently a bug that makes the portal sound staticky. It's quite funny. You can't really understand what the villains are saying to you. But let's get into it. And that should be louder now. Oh, that's a thing you can do while you're recording. I could do this. I could like turn it up like with like this, right? Yeah. Well, just while we watch the cutscene, you know, and then I can turn it down. That music is so nostalgic, man. I know it is. For a lot of people too. These are the best antagonists in the franchise. I will die on that hill that Wolfgang is one of the best personalities or original characters in the whole franchise. I love Wolfgang. Oh, and I'm always going to complain that we never got Chef Pepperjack as a fire sensei. And the Imaginators, oh.
The Trap Team.
Nice try, man. You'll get it. Oh. That's such a fumble. Like,
the Doom Raiders would never again threaten Skylands.
Until I break Chef Pepperjack out. Only Chef Pepperjack and Wolfgang and Crankcase. I'll break those three out. Maybe Dreamcatcher can come. No, Chompy Mage can come too. Maybe Dreamcatcher can come. Yeah, we'll make the Doom Raiders 2. Yeah, so.
Behold.
As head of security and secret ninja command,
I hate Buzz.
let me welcome you to the grand opening of Skylander Academy.
Oh boy, this is great, Callie.
Here you go, my boy. Here goes my guy.
There's something familiar about him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've seen his kind before.
Oh, Joe.
Show off.
Swanson, not Rogan. That's the wrong one. Joe Swanson. And ironically, as a kid, I was not allowed to watch Family Guy. I was told it was too inappropriate. I actually wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob either, but you know, I did it behind their backs. So I never watched. I've seen clips of Family Guy. I've seen maybe an episode or two, but I have not seen the show in completion or even given it the time of day. But like, that was his voice for the longest time for me. You know, the B-movie guy. I was like, oh, that's Flynn from Skylanders. And then I heard Joe Swanson and I was like, that's Flynn from Skylanders. Okay, so notably, my rule for myself has been in my revisitation of these games that any Skylander I bought secondhand that has been grinded or leveled up by another person must be reset.
Shred and shred.
Hell yeah. I'll see. It's gotta go.
On the right track.
That's gotta go. I like you, little guy. Let's reset you. Okay.
Boomsticks. That's a Skylander, all right.
He has a melee? Are you serious? Oh my god, that's sick as fuck.
Let's get a move on here, compadre.
Don't worry, bro. Treadhead's got it. Look at him go. This is... that thing is the Gulper. He has a name. Any Skylander with a dash attack is automatically, in my books, a B tier Skylander, I'd say. And then, you know, there's other things that affect how high up it goes. But
push those things out of the way.
I'm pretty sure I saw, yep, there's some gold here. I don't wanna lie and say that this is my first time playing Trap Team since I was a kid. I did start to play it a little bit on the Wii, right? But if you know about Trap Team on the Wii, you know about the Dreamcatcher level. So I switched over, and these graphics are just... I didn't know Skylander graphics were this good. I kind of just assumed, you know, it's an old game, so... I think it's fair that since this is the first boss right here, Sheep Creep is right around this corner, that this is the only battle in the entire series that I'm going to be allowed to use a Skylander for a boss to fight an enemy, because I don't have them right now. I literally reset all of my traps. So, you know, after this, every single time I accidentally use my Skylander, I'm going to have to restart the level.
Bad news.
Sheep creep.
Hell yeah. Wait, what happened to the boss? Oh. Oh, they have a range. That's funny. Holy! I'm gonna fart on him. Holy, bro. Whoa, Treadhead.
Sheep creep defeated.
Level 1. You're mine, Sheep Creep.
Sheep creep trapped.
Oh, so I just gotta lower my mic down to the portal whenever we capture villains. So, as long as I remember to do that, we're good. Why is he automatically already evolved?
To play as your captured enemy. Then press the tag
That's
button again
a little,
to return to playing as your Skylander.
That kind of sucks. I've seen... there's nothing down there. I've seen Sheep Creep get trapped in a freshly blank trap and come normal, and then I've seen him come evolved. And I have no explanation for that. I don't know what to... We got our winged sapphire, and apparently we'll learn more about it later. But, you know, I have a big hunch, like a big feeling in my gut, that that thing is going to give me a 2% discount on gold for all upgrades for all Skylanders. That's just a guess, though. I could be wrong. We'll see whenever I find out. You know, I never really questioned the pushing turtles thing as a kid. It's quite silly. I like it. It fits thematically, but like, I don't know. We couldn't have pushed rocks or something. Oh, I can hold this down? That's insane. I didn't even know I could do that. That's... Does Treadhead have like the best mobility in the game? That's insane. And then we got a tag in Sheep Creep here for these chompies. But even though they're just chompies, you know. So I'm trying to figure out the strat here. I think it's gonna be to kind of fight every monster in this game, or every enemy in this game, like I'm fighting a creeper from Minecraft. I'm gonna have to like back up and run away. Bomb. You gotta admit the trapping mechanic is quite well, it's quite pay to win. Yeah, it's pretty genius, right? I'm quite disappointed that they didn't allow us to continue to use villains in the future games. So we needed a trap master. This is another one that I haven't used yet, and I'm looking forward to using. I actually never owned any of the fire trap masters as a kid. You know, I actually lied. I used him a little bit to get a hat. Sorry guys, but the first game you had 32 figures, and you could get your parents to buy that with enough convincing, with enough negotiation, enough chores, right? And then giants came out, and they had one giant from every element, a couple core figures. I don't know the exact number, but it was still doable, right? And then they started doing 2 gimmick landers, and they had 2 swappers of every element, and that's fine, right? But it's just that some were more rare than others.
Showing a lot of promise,
So
kid.
I know that I wasn't able to get any Earth swappers as a kid. I never tried them out.
You need to check out these
But I was able to get
elemental gates.
the 2 other ones, because, you know,
Only be
Grilla
opened
Drilla
by
was
a
at
Trap
every
Master
single
of
store.
that same element when they are.
And it was the same thing for Trap Masters. You know, that's the reason that
Contains a magical hat.
that one guy is more expensive than Blastermind, you know?
Awesome, and they make you stronger.
Star bright, star fight.
I'm just gonna use him to open the gate, and then I want to switch to another water.
Open this gate.
That's all I need to do for. I got my light core wham shell. I've been really enjoying playing as him recently. You know what? I'm not gonna use wham shell, actually. I'm gonna use wham shell.
Race for the mace.
Oh, what? I really want... I can't But he's upgraded. But that hat is amazing. Oh, but I can't play with this. No. Did I unlock it just because someone else's toy had it? Let's see.
My numbers are swelling.
It doesn't look like it. We do have
Make a
it.
great swimming cap.
It will. You're so right. Oh, his running animation's really funny too. We made it. Now we're gonna get the most pointless hat, right? Because after we found this hat, after we got this hat, yeah, no. But I do want to try to switch my Skylanders, not incredibly often unless I really need to.
From earlier.
Boing.
Here I go.
Here he goes. Wham Shell's another one that I don't want to say I didn't own as a kid. Oh, we gotta get Sheep Creep out for that. I don't want to say I didn't own Wham Shell as a kid, because I did. But I got him. He was the very last Spyro's Adventure Skylander I got. You know, I finally got him, and then I think it was around the time Giants came out. And little me, little 8-year-old me, didn't like using the old Skylanders in the new games. There's another piece of content that I never got to experience as a kid. It's kind of a little crazy how much content is locked behind these sorts of things. You know, the light and the dark figures were hard to find, as some people might know. And so I never got to open a single question mark gate. I never got to capture a single question mark villain. You know, I knew they were light and dark. Everyone knew they were light and dark because they kind of did a bad job at hiding it. It was a little silly to introduce a new concept like that, in my opinion. But you know, it worked, and they were good additions to the elements, in my opinion. I think their designs are great. Like, this is another figure that I don't have, right? Spotlight, and I won't get because, or I might get eventually, but Spotlight's like 60-70 bucks for the figure. But now I got the light and dark Trap Masters. I was able to buy them together. I still don't have any light or dark traps though, because those are still a lot of money. I would like to wear that hat. It looks...
I look rather distinguished.
You do! So I'm looking forward to experiencing this content that I never got to experience as a kid, you know? Blades is another one I don't have. So this is one that I did play as a child. I believe, if I remember correctly, I traded him for another Skylander with a friend of mine. But again, I'm only going to be using him to open the gate. I want to say
Light core. So,
I'm not very fair when it comes to judging enemies, well, not enemies, Skylanders in this game, because I mentioned earlier that any character that had a dash attack was kind of automatically A, B tier. Same with the light core figures, you know? I don't know how you don't think those are the coolest. Been planning and assembling a big visible collection shelf for my Skylanders for quite some time. I decided I wanted to display my light core figures on their own and constantly glowing. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I go on Reddit and I ask, you know, does anyone know if this is possible? Because if anyone's gonna know, it's Reddit. It's Redditors, right? Another personal favorite of mine as a kid. So I took my light core figure, you know, and I was like,
a trap master of
surely
the
it's
tech
easy, right? And I took my phone flashlight and I shined it through the bottom of the figure, and it didn't work. You know, as a kid, I thought the light from the portal kind of just made its way through the figure, and that's how they were light cores. I always, but apparently there's another LED light in there that gets power whenever the NFC reader is reading, you know? I go on Reddit because if anyone's going to know, it's going to be Redditors, and
at the same time.
it's so true, man. I love these voice lines. I go on Reddit and I post something. I ask if it's possible,
Like that.
and I guess it is kind of possible if you're able to 3D print, you know, an NFC scanner or an NFC reader that emits a certain amount of power. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to 3D print a lot of those for all my light core figures.
Skylander. Soda! I must have soda!
That is me when I'm thirsty.
The Gulper.
Oh, I have to put my Discord server, which you should join, by the way. The Portal Pub, 18 and up. Our generation's grown up now. We aren't 8 anymore. we can talk about politics and other adult things, you know? So come join. It's a cool Skylanders server.
Very good.
Very good.
More soda. More soda.
Me when I finish my first beverage and I need a second because I'm still thirsty. I gotta raise my mic a bit. It looks like it's picking up my controller there. Which isn't the end of the world, by the way. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening to me. I used to be like a little perfectionist, right? But it's getting worse and worse, man. If anyone else knows why that's happening, let me know, please, because I don't want to devolve into a full-on perfectionist, you know? That's not gonna be fun. So that guy, you know, is just gonna tell me that I don't know how to play Skystones yet. Here's some proof.
Yeah, I can still sneak in a game of Skystone Smash, right? Oh, wait a minute.
You don't know what that is yet.
That's okay. You deal with this saving the town business first, and come back and see me sometime when you've learned how to play.
Okay, man. Alright. Maybe there's a secret down here. There's not. You know that apparently these radios are random, like it picks a random number, I guess? Because I didn't know that.
This is a villain stash, Portal Master. Tag in a captured villain.
I'm
to
sure
claim
it
its reward.
is. I'm sure it is a villain stash, huh? What is he doing over there? I don't like that noise the Gulper's making. Or why he's shaking. See, the villain stashes are another thing that, like, it was so much potential that I think was wasted, because if they continue to do it into the other games, you know, it would have encouraged having to play the other games in order to unlock the chests. Oh, it was a... Excuse you. What does the wrong soda festival look like, man? Jeez. I lose my train of thought really often. It's kind of embarrassing. I had to mount his hand to drink that one.
Gulper's giant hand is in the way.
That's odd. That looks like they had something planned there, but...
What I was thinking. Now quick, get over there and destroy the back.
I like that I'm not even hitting it. I'm not sure why they put it elevated like that. That's me. I found me. Twins.
This orange ambrosia cooler was named Soda of the Year. The other green stuff is
bottom-feeding suction eel flavored.
Tastes even worse than it sounds. But if we can switch them up and trick the Gulper into drinking the eel stuff, it might just bring him down to size.
Trap Team, I think, has around 40 or 50 bosses, I believe. But this is actually the hardest boss in the entire game. It's harder than Chaos. Yeah, I am exhausted. So why does that look so tasty to him? Does he not have like a concept of what is appetizing?
Gulper defeated.
Stay back, swirly thing! Hey, might tried it!
Bro, I'd be terrified.
I just wanted to drink soda!
The Gulper trapped.
Goofy as hell, bro. I don't know what he's saying. I guess I shouldn't be using Skylander. This is my awakening to not use Skylander GUI tool and instead use the Skylanders Giants glitch or whatever it's called. Oh hell yeah! So that's the first piece. Nice.
Strange thing is that Gulper's supposed to be locked up in
Cloud Cracker Prison, right? I know, and that's not all.
So Wolfgang may be the best character in the franchise, but Mags is the worst character in the franchise. And I will stand by this.
Inventor of all the cool stuff at this here Skylanders Academy.
Well, we can always ask the Stoneheads on Know-It-All Island. They know everything.
I'm a
Problem
stonehead.
is, the island has been totally taken over by trolls.
Trolls. No problemo.
correction, compadre. Big problemo.
And when you're ready to shove off to Know-It-All Island, you just let old Captain Flynn know.
He has such a good voice. Like, unironically. He's just, it's a really nice voice.
To play as your captured enemy.
Yes, we got the Gulper now. He also is, for some reason, evolved. I'm gonna try to fix that in between recordings for the levels, but...
Every time you increase your Portal Master
Oh,
ranking,
that PNG is
a star
scary.
box will appear in Skylanders Academy, which contains a special reward.
Gulper's got some banger theme music.
I'll drink soda to that.
So I'm gonna stop the recording here, and I will see you whenever Gulper's blue. Alright, the Gulper's blue again. Perfect. There we go. Alright, so we got our villains reset.
Press the tag
We don't have any sort of advantage. I don't know what
So happy
the advantage or the impact even is that is on the evolving villains, but
upgrades for all Skylanders.
she can also manipulate time and space and physics. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not gonna go and upgrade anyone yet because I don't think we really got that much gold last time. Mr. Stink! Hi! You took my chair! I need to get back on the Skylanders grind. Chop that first episode up.